Hello everyone, this time our challenge is a simple one, replace a garden shed. Mind you, it was hard work to do though. The old one was good and solid in its time and has been upgraded with a metal roof. But as you can see, it's now a bit wonky, and inside you walk uphill from one end to the other. There's plenty of space, but it's rotting, so there are gaps in the wall. And that's the direction the rain comes from. There's woodworm too, so you fall through the floor in places. So it had to go. First of all, we removed the windows and the door, and then it was a question of removing side panels while leaving the roof supported. This was a rare opportunity to wear hard hats. The aim was to make it collapse in a way that we could get to the roof and dismantle it. So having removed everything we could and unbolted the remaining sections, where the bolts weren't too rusty anyway, we attached some ropes and pulled out the end panel. And since we all like to see things falling down, here are the best frames from that time-lapse video. After that, we continued to dismantle bit by bit, although the roof was rather unpleasant to deal with because it was all riveted together and had sharp edges. We ended up with piles of rotten wood, although we'll see if anything can be salvaged to make some compost bins for the garden. Out with the old and in with the new. This is the new shed, although some passers-by thought it looked a bit small for a shed. It was delivered on a pallet truck, since the lorry couldn't get closer than the main road at the top of the lane. We then had to help the lorry driver down the lane with it, otherwise it would have run away with her down the hill. Then we were into preparing the new shed, painting the base to protect it, levelling the ground and adding some extra blocks to support it. The green tank there is our oil for the boiler. That's due to go shortly when we get a heat pump installed. The early stages were fairly easy, although we had to get all four sides up as quickly as we could so it was stable and wouldn't be blown apart by the wind. Then it was on to the roof. windows needed sealing. And after that came the roofing felt. And then there was the big job of painting. That was done over several days because of the weather. Then came the trim pieces and the guttering around the back. That feeds a water butt, handy for the greenhouse, which we're going to put in front of the shed. We wanted a potting bench inside the shed, so here we are cutting some MDF to size. Cutting a nice curve on the corner and routing out a round edge. It'll have to be painted since MDF is not great for resisting moisture. And that was the end, or so we thought. Within a week we had some very high winds and the roofing felt was torn. Helen heard it rip in the night and came down at 5 a.m. to stop it getting worse by weighting it down with bricks and wood. This was the tear. It was clear that the roofing felt wasn't going to be up to the job. So after doing some research and getting a refund from the helpful shed supplier, we started on Roof Mark II. The final stage was to put the guttering back on. And here's the end result. Another challenge dealt with. See you next time.